What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here on the channel. Today I'm talking about how to improve your VO2 max in today's paddleboard workout, as well as talk about some other types of workouts you can be doing to improve your VO2, as well as talk about some benefits and some things that can be hindering your VO2. So these are all things that are super important to be talking about when it comes to your paddleboard training and how well you do as a paddleboard athlete. So, should be a good episode. Looking forward to it. So if you're unfamiliar with the term VO2, it basically refers to the amount of volume of oxygen you're putting into your blood, which then gets put into your muscles. And it's all controlled by your breathing. So the better breathing you have, the better control you have of your breathing, the more oxygen you have into your body, which in return gives you more energy. So before I dive into today's paddleboard workout, which will actually help you improve your VO2 max, I'm actually going to do an exercise here on the beach to help me improve my breathing as well. So basically in this exercise, I'm going to be doing 10 seconds of inhaling all the oxygen into my lungs. And at the top of that, I'm going to hold for another 10 seconds. Then I'm going to exhale all the air out of my lungs for 10 seconds. I'm going to hold at the bottom for another 10 seconds. I'm going to do that a few rounds here on the beach. So as I do this exercise every single week, my breath work is getting better and better, as well as my breath work during my paddleboarding exercises also gets better. So enough talk about that for right now. I'm going to do this breath work exercise here on the beach. Then we'll dive into today's workout and talk about some things during the workout as well. I can't tell on the camera, but today there's probably around 12 to 15 knots of gusting wind. I wouldn't say it's my preferred day to paddle, but it's basically how it's been the past week here. So I don't really have much of an option but to paddle in these kind of conditions, which on one hand is good because I become a better paddler paddling in different kinds of rougher conditions in the water. But in terms of exercise, man, some of these workouts are brutal with this breeze. So for today's workout, which I'm already starting the warm-up paddle right now, basically involves paddling for around 15 minutes for a good warm-up paddle just to get your body warmed up. And then we're gonna be doing 5 sets of 3 minutes at around 85 to 90% power. So putting in pretty good effort. It's gonna feel hard and challenging, but it's also not your max effort. So basically you're going, like I said, at a hard effort for 3 minutes. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna rest for 3 minutes in between each set. So basically a 1-to-1 ratio. Paddle hard for 3 minutes, rest for 3 minutes. We're gonna do that 5 times. Then after the workout, do a 10-minute cool down paddle. So the reason why this workout is a great workout to improve your VO2 max is in this workout, you're obviously bringing your heart rate pretty high up to your max heart rate within those 3 minutes. But then you're giving your body time to bring your heart rate back down again during the rest period. So the way I can really best explain this in an analogy is kind of similar to driving like a manual vehicle or a motorcycle or something like that, where basically you want to be changing gears, give your body time to rest. It's not the perfect analogy, but imagine this. Say you stay in the first gear the entire time and you just go hard all the way out the entire workout, or on your vehicle, you just push the pedal to the max the entire time. Well, your engine or your body is going to easily wear out and cause damage to it. So rather than just doing every single paddleboard workout at your max, you're actually causing more harm than good to your body. So the reason why we have these interval trainings to improve your VO2 max is to get your body to time to cool back down, or your heart rate to come back down in order to go hard again. Just like a car or vehicle changes gears, you let off your accelerator or off your throttle in order to change the next gear, then you rev up the RPMs once again. So just in these paddleboard trainings, we're revving up our gear to the workout, then we let off again to give our time body rest. The more you do these types of workouts, the better your heart rate's going to be as your body learns to adapt and improve its efficiency or your paddling economy as you do these workouts. Now, this is not the only type of workout that can be improving your VO2 max. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a type of workout that'll honestly probably surprise you how it's the best workout you can be doing to improve your VO2 max. But I'll share that at the end of this video. Woo! It is a breezy today. So as I'm getting warmed up for today's workout, let's talk about some things that actually can hinder you improving your VO2. The first one is hydration. If you're not getting properly hydrated before a workout or during a workout, especially for those longer ones, you're gonna make it harder for yourself to have a better VO2 and a lower heart rate. That's why it's super important during these workouts and before the workouts to make sure you're getting the proper hydration that your body needs. And this kind of plays into our next one as the next thing or next situation that can make it harder for you to have a lower VO2 is also heat. The hotter your body is, the more your body's having to work to stay cool. So that's why it's actually better to be doing your harder workouts during the cooler part of the day, like early morning or evenings, which allows you to get a better workout in or a harder one in while still maintaining a low heart rate. Now, obviously it's not always possible where you live, but it's something to consider and know that the hotter place you're paddling in, the harder it's going to be for you to have a lower heart rate. So for example, for me here in Baja, we get some really, really hot days during the summertime. So I make sure I paddle in more cool parts of the day. But that's not always possible because sometimes you have a race coming up that's more in the middle of the day, or maybe you're going somewhere else to compete in the world that's also a hotter climate. And you do need to start training to adapt to that climate. But just know your paddling efficiency or your heart rate will be a little bit higher in a hotter climate. So once again, you need proper hydration and know that the heat or the temperature will also affect your heart rate and your VO2. And then the last thing that will greatly affect your heart rate and your VO2 is shallow breathing. So just as I did exercise this morning, if you're not working on improving your breath work and having deeper, better breaths, if you're someone who's just always gasping for air or taking short, shallow breaths, you will actually have a higher heart rate because of that, as well as your VO2 will be terrible as you get less oxygen into your blood. So it's super, super important if you want to lower VO2 and more oxygen in your blood for more energy, you need to be working on your breath work off the water and on the water. So the more you are in control of your breathing, as I said, the better your VO2 is going to be. So do things like simple breath exercises at home. Another great thing to do is yoga. Yoga is a great way to be focused on your breath work as you do challenging poses. So there's just a few things that can greatly affect your VO2 for you to be aware about, and hopefully things for you to consider and keep in mind as you try to improve your VO2. All right, warm-up paddle's done. Let's dive into these first 2 sets of the total 5 sets we have today. I'm gonna go downwind first and upwind. And after these 2 sets, I'm gonna talk about some ways you can find out or how to figure out what your max VO2 is in case you don't know what that is currently. So we'll get this workout started and we'll talk about it here in a second. Woo! Oh, not gonna lie, some reason I'm really feeling this workout today. Oh, ay. It is a challenge today, that's for sure. Oh, all right. Let's talk about some workouts you'll be doing to improve your VO2 max. The first one, obviously, doing exactly what we're doing today, an interval paddle. As we talked about earlier, the interval paddle is a great way for you to bring your heart rate up, but also giving you time for your heart to relax and focus on getting good, deep breaths in of oxygen to your body. So as you go through that rhythm, you're paddling economy and efficiency, and your body will learn to paddle better, longer, and stronger as your VO2 improves. Very similar to this type of workout is tempo paddles. So for example, let's say you do a long paddle day, you can do a good tempo paddle. Let's say if you do an hour paddle, you could do a good 15-minute warm-up, nice and easy. Then you can move into do a good 10 minutes of tempo paddling. So bring up your power a little bit, maybe say up to 80%. Then after 10 minutes, you're back off again. For another 15 minutes of just easily paddling. So now you're at what, half hour, 40 minutes. So do another 10 minutes on again of 80% power, and then it'll end things off at 60%. So that's just a rough example of doing tempo paddle. It's the same thing, very similar to these interval paddles, but just over a longer time frame. And once again, your body will learn to improve itself and improve its efficiency, the amount of oxygen you're using to burn energy. So the more you do those types of workouts, the better your VO2 is going to get. All right, I got one more of these left to do. Oh, it's hard for me to calm down though and bring my heart rate down when I'm talking to you guys. It's one big disadvantage I have today of talking and not breathing. All right, one more to go. Now I'm telling you guys, arguably the best type of workout you can be doing to improve your VO2 max. So let's do this last set here. Whew, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Let's go, baby. All right, so the last workout that you can be doing to improve your VO2 max, that's honestly, arguably, probably the best workout that you can be doing every single week, is actually slow paddles. Now, it sounds super counterintuitive, I know, but actually paddling slow will help you paddle faster. By doing several slower, longer paddles throughout your training session week, you'll actually improve your VO2 max over time. You can ask any pro long distance paddler or any pro long distance runner, and I guarantee they'll tell you one of the best things they do for their training to help improve their VO2 max is going at a slow pace for several workouts throughout the week. By doing several slow paddle sessions throughout your training week in between your harder training days, you'll be increasing your mileage throughout the week and increasing your ability for your body to learn how to paddle better and more efficiently, as well as providing more oxygen to your blood as you paddle along. So as I said earlier, it seems super counterintuitive at first to be paddling slower in order to paddle faster, but I guarantee if you keep track of your results, you will see improvements week after week. So there you guys go. You now have the secret sauce in order to become a better paddler and improve your VO2 max. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give this video a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hasta luego, amigos.